Hello, c'est Noctali Iris. Aujourd'hui, on entame le chapitre 4 de Autopsy Simulator. Alors, dans le chapitre 3, on s'était occupé d'un gars qui était décapité. On a dû faire des trucs plutôt marrantes. Donc, franchement, c'était cool. Et aujourd'hui, je pense que vous allez encore plus aimer.
It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get reimbursed for the cab. Huh?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est quoi ce... Oh purée. C'est la poubelle? Franchement, je sais pas. J'ai envie d'aller voir, mais j'ai trop peur. Attendez, je mets qu'une seule oreille de mon casque. Au cas où. Arrête!
Hello?
Oh purée. J'ai pas bien vu, mais je crois qu'il y avait un truc vers là-bas, là où je regarde. Je crois qu'il y avait une ombre ou quelque chose. C'est bizarre, on dirait que les lumières, elles me guident vers là-bas, donc je vais aller voir. Imaginez, je vois quelqu'un dedans. Y'a quoi ici? Je peux pas ouvrir.
Damn. Good evening. Any news for me? About my car? You know, flat tires?
No.
No, what? Have you checked the cameras? Anything?
Handman, I cut my teeth working in prison. I know what to do.
What?
There were no strangers hanging around. Maybe you ran over something.
What? All the tires?
Why, possibly. You can congratulate yourself.
Christ.
You should try sleeping more. You've been kind of out of it lately.
That's the first bit of sense you've made all evening.
Good. The body is expected to be ready for pickup tonight, along with your lecture.
What? What? No, what?
You still pontificating? Best hurry, don't you think?
Fuck me. I don't have the strength for this today.
Mince, c'est pas les toilettes.
Have I taken my pills today?
Non, mais j'aime pas les toilettes. Ils sont flippants.
Hurt. I need to focus. Fuck. I don't have much time. Okay.
Alors, on va voir.
Jack, take it easy.
Oh.
A burning issue indeed. Then I'm
Wow.
the body. Ah, shit. The lecture. I almost forgot. This is making me nervous. Oh well.
Ok, comme ça.
This is not the best framing.
Hmm.
Hello, everyone. It's the 20 something of November 1991. Jack Hanlon is conducting the autopsy. Oh, I appear to be missing my gloves and apron.
Non, mais à chaque fois, il prend dans un sens... dans un ordre différent.
You already know the victim is from yesterday's apartment block fire on Drowner Street. Personal details unknown. The exact cause of the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is known that the fire started in the deceased's apartment, where the most damage was reported. The body was not found until the next morning. The tenant was naked, charred, and with severe burns. The owner of the apartment asked about the deceased. He was surprised anyone even lived there.
Peut-être un squatter.
The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the TV. Pieces of pornographic material, an ashtray, melted video cassettes, and several bottles of so-called poppers were found in the vicinity. It's difficult to assess whether any escape attempts were made.
D'accord.
Firefighters indicated that it was probably the large quantity of poppers found near the deceased and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire, or whether he was dead before it. As you can see, the body is in quite an unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now. This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature on the muscles.
Il est ligoté.
The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles are exposed. Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking. The extensors yield to the force of the flexors. The muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and deformed. The upper ones are characterized by a triple bend, similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him. Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract, like a steak on the grill.
Oh. C'est quoi le dernier truc? Bah. Ah.
In the end, we're all just walking meat. The deceased must now be straightened out, and we need to get rid of these bindings. He looks to have been tied up in a rather... The deceased's neck and feet were most likely secured to his hands, and these were probably tied in front and around, which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked. As for the other detail, the rope around the neck wasn't very tight. I don't see it leaving a mark on the skin. You can clearly see that this is primarily the front of the deceased that was exposed to fire. The victim sat in the chair the whole time, hence his back being in much better condition than this extremely burned area. looks as if a large flap of skin had detached from the calf. The rope at the man's ankles was tied much tighter and more precisely than the one around his wrists.
Mais je comprends pas, elle a été mise après la corde? Genre par les secouristes ou quelque chose?
The wrists are deep and clearly visible. There
Bah
are
non, sûrement pas, je
grooves
pense, mais...
visible near the eyes. Upper lip reveals front teeth. One of the incisors is broken. There's soot in the nostrils. All in all, quite a lot can be deduced from this external examination. Severe burns, covering approximately 80% of the epidermis. Traces fail to indicate that the deceased suffocated before the fire took hold. Predominance of 4th and 3rd degree burns. He appears to be loosely tied. However, this is the result of the corpse drying out. The burns reach through the dermis and hypodermis to reach the muscles. The length of the rope was calculated, and it appears that the deceased could make limited movements around the perineum. The eye clenching is a natural reaction of the body to high temperatures. Soot in the nose appears when inhaling harmful and choking smoke. The tissue of the mouth was heavily burned as well. The teeth, however, makes me wonder. The conclusions are quite clear. The extent of the thermal stresses on the body could have caused this death. It looks like the deceased was a fan of choking while masturbating. Deaths due to predilection for asphyxophilia do occur, but not in this case. Burns to the genitals and groin are an additional concussive factor. This is due to wounds on the wrists and ankles indicate that the deceased could have been struggling in panic. In this case, I don't assume that this was a delayed death. The mixture of fear, sexual arousal, and drugs could have caused a heart attack. It may seem incidental, but for us it's a sign that the deceased was most certainly conscious. We need to check the damage inhaling all that smoke has done to the respiratory tract. Perhaps the deceased lost a tooth, attempting to bite through the rope. I will assess the extent of possible poisoning and burning in a moment. First, I'll try to establish the victim's identity. Due to the amount of charring, we are unable to collect the victim's fingerprints. Visual identification is also out of the question. You can probably guess what options we are left with. You guessed it, a dental impression. For this, I need impression trays and alkanate material. Please excuse me for a moment. What I need should be somewhere in the lab. Okay, it's going well. I should be able to get this done in time. Where are these trays? Towels, papers, jars? Nope, it's not anywhere on the counter. Maybe in this drawer. I'll warm this up in my hands. Okay, making an impression is quite simple. You put trays with alkanate into the mouth, and once the devices have been placed... apologies. They cannot be adjusted.
Ah, faut que je clique.
Again, we will need a piece of paper, a brush, and ink. We will make a plaster model of the deceased's teeth from the obtained impression. We will then make an impression of the mold on a piece of paper, which will be scanned into the computer. You see, it seems so simple, and yet laborious. On the plus side, we don't have to worry about the gag reflex with the deceased, and no need to remind the subject to breathe either. At least he saved the high costs of orthodontic treatment.
Ok, alors dans le chapitre précédent, on a dû faire la même chose.
Expected a match so soon. Well, the
Ah,
deceased
c'était plus compliqué la dernière fois.
Jacobson, 47 years old. He had a criminal record and was recently in court for... Oh, wow. For not returning a videotape to the rental shop. Jesus.
Ah, mais...
If I've still got that copy of... where were we?
Mais... Hier, il y en avait un qui avait... ça comme... Je crois que c'était ça. Ouais, hier, il y en avait un qui... Bref. Bref. Mais ouais, il y en avait un qui avait les mêmes raisons de prison. Enfin bref, vous avez compris. Flemme.
Okay, and we can move on to dissecting the body. This time, I'll go straight for the loppers. I'll slice it piece by piece. Let me start here. I push hard several times.
Ok, je vois.
Until I cut a given section. You can see that using a scalpel would be pointless here.
Ah, j'ai cru que j'allais faire les trois d'un coup.
Solid crunch. Almost there. Now
Ok.
peel back the skin. Now to remove the ribs. And we can check out what's going on in here. And I see that a lot has happened.
Et puis...
In fact, the entire abdominal cavity is flooded. Blood and other fluids have seeped from the blood vessels, flooding the abdomen and chest areas. We have to get rid of this. I'll go get a cup or a ladle.
Oh, tu vois, c'est dingue. Alors...
I saw one somewhere here.
La louche, ici.
Aha. I don't have all night. I'm going to need a vacuum pump.
Ah, j'allais dire, ça va prendre du temps.
Running around for everything starts again. Why can't things be tidied away properly in this damn mortuary? I'm gonna get Ridley. I wonder where this pump is. Probably in the basement. Mr. Ridley? Mr. Ridley? I'll just go to the basement.
Non, pas le basement, non, pas... C'est creepy, ça me... Pourquoi il n'y a pas les poubelles? Ah, vraiment chelou. C'est quoi ça? C'est le brûlé? Ouais, ouais. Cache-toi, Saman, j'ai pas peur de toi. Par contre, j'ai...
Old, rusty, scrap.
Ça, j'ai pas envie. Ça, j'ai vraiment pas envie.
God! Where is this infernal machine? Wow, that's heavy. Can I fit through the door with this? I swear I'm going to have an accident here one day. Like Alice, when she twisted her ankle on those stairs. We were supposed to go to the mountains then. It was supposed to be our first trip since... I don't know. And Alice,
Handman.
because of me, as always, she had to...
Handman, are you talking to yourself or
Vraiment.
What? No, I just...
There is a letter for you.
Ah.
Lying on your desk.
Letter? For me?
Yes. Letter for you. Do I have to repeat myself again?
Non, c'est bon, c'est toi.
A letter. Fuck. Who delivers letters at this time? It's probably been sat in his office for ages. Just didn't want to move his lazy ass.
Bon, je vais amener ça et après je vais voir la lettre en vrai, je pense.
We have the equipment. Now I have to place it somewhere.
Enfin, je sais pas, vu que c'est pas moi qui choisis.
A considerable collection. Phew. I can finally put this thing down. Alright, just... What? There's no tube? No one's used this for a long time. I apologize to you all once again.
Moi j'ai envie de voir la lettre. Mais n'empêche, mais il y avait un gars qui était là-dedans. Mais est-ce que c'était le gars à l'accueil? Je sais pas, on n'aurait pas dit. C'est quoi la lettre?
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Ah, je sais pas.
These lockers could contain... screw it. There might be something in here. Yep. I'm sure I wrote the code down on a piece of paper.
Alors... Un morceau de papier... Je passe même pas là. Ah, 36,49.
3649. 3749.
Non.
3794.
Voilà.
For numbers. What do we have here? Boxes of disinfectants, syringes, thread. Maybe I should antiseptics. No, that about here.
C'est quoi ce bruit?
I wanted to forget. Alex, I regret so much. Every day. Every fucking day. I can't take it anymore. Oh, God.
Bah c'est bon ou pas? Ah ok. Mais le tube il est là!
Phone. Oh. Do not think. Just don't think. Office of the Medical Examiner, Peatsville.
Oh, Jack. I was hoping to catch you at work.
Hi, Dorothy. How's it going?
Good, thanks. And what about you? You sound tired.
Tiring day at work. That's it.
You scared me last time we spoke.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to cause any trouble and say what I said.
Jack, it's all right. You're not causing any trouble. I'm not surprised at all that.
No, really. I mean it. Sorry. I just... I'm fed up with myself.
You should take care of yourself. Didn't you say you wanted to stay at home longer? To rest? You know I pick up the slack at work.
No, I didn't. I can't. I don't want to be there.
Well, why not consider taking a trip, Jack?
Dorothy, please. I really don't have the energy for this today.
No, I just wish.
Stop it. Why are you calling?
Reminder about annual drug testing. I figured you probably didn't remember.
Oh, yes. I've had a lot going on. I even forgot my own birthday.
Leave your samples at reception on your way home. Someone will pick them up from Ridley in the morning. Probably Steven or someone else at the station.
Sure. I'll try not to forget. Okay, well,
Jack?
Hmm?
Try not to do anything stupid, okay? Alcohol, your medication. You know you shouldn't.
I have it all under control. I should be getting back to work.
The results should be in tomorrow. I'll call you when we know.
Right. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye. Annual drug testing. I'll take care of it before I go home. There's been a bit too much going on lately. I was supposed to collect the hose.
Je comprends pas c'est quoi le bruit. C'est genre c'est dehors ou... Je sais pas. Bref.
Focus on your work,
Bon,
Jack.
ça c'est fait. Je sais pas, c'est entre les deux le bruit. Bon,
All right. Here I am. I hope that was the last long break in this session. So, let's connect the tube. We turn on the machine.
ok.
With this amount of fluid, there's no point in holding back.
Oh, j'aime trop, c'est trop satisfaisant.
Still a few nooks and crannies left. External examinations did not reveal any tissue defects that would reach the internal organs. So, I expect the organs to be intact. In a way, it's quite extraordinary.
Non, je pense que c'est bon, non? Ou bien?
That even with such severe burns, skin, fat, muscle, the organs are all present and correct. A reddish pink tint indicates high carboxyhemoglobin levels, the level of which I will determine from a sample of blood. I will be inserting needles. This will allow us to determine whether death occurred
Et vraiment,
before or after.
j'aime trop quand il parle, mais parfois il parle trop et tu peux pas jouer.
The values for the centrifuge.
Enfin, tu peux pas jouer sans le couper en fait. Et ça, c'est pénible.
Ugh. I feel like I've been here forever. Jack, focus. Just a little bit longer. Corpses recovered from the site of fire may have very different and complex histories. Burning is only at the surface. Underneath, it may be a heart attack, stroke, or pulmonary embolism. This particular case appears quite basic.
Bon, alors, on veut le niveau de carboxyhémoglobine. Carboxyhémoglobine. Voilà. Alors, 10 minutes, 85%. 10 et 85. C'est parti.
I would warn against making a diagnosis too hastily. The centrifuge has completed its cycle. So, as usual, I will take the samples to the laboratory, and I'll be back with the results shortly.
Je comprends pas pourquoi il met pas la centrifugeuse dans le labo directement.
COHB. I'll take 2 milliliters of each sample.
Eh ben il baille hein. On dirait moi à la fac. Ok. On met direct dans la machine. On check les résultats. Je pense que avec des meilleurs graphismes. Ah ouais. Je pense qu'avec des meilleurs graphismes on pourrait lire la feuille, mais bon, là c'est pas trop le cas. En tout cas, ouais. Arrêtez. Stop, 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 stop. Ah! Fouillez le site pour trouver le cadavre, mais ça va pas, mais laissez-moi. Ah non, j'espère que c'est pas là-dedans. On me dit pas c'est genre dans un casier? J'entends toujours du bruit. Oh non, pas dans le frigo. Arrête! Les gars. Bon bah, je pense qu'il est de nouveau là-bas. Attends, juste voir si le gars il est là.
Why did you take the body?
What body?
Well, the body. You know, from the autopsy room.
Christ, Hammond. I didn't take any of your bodies.
So who took it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I...
Get back to work. It's late.
Non mais je suis sûr qu'il est de nouveau sur la table. De toute façon. Ah non. Peut-être dans un frigo. Je veux pas savoir.
What's wrong with me?
Non mais j'ai pas envie d'aller dans la salle de bain, enfin dans la toilette.
I don't understand what's going on.
Celui-là c'est plus creepy, on voit que dalle. Ok. Mais il est où? Je peux pas aller là. Oh non, je vais devoir sortir. Déjà, je vais essayer de voir si je vois qu'est-ce qui fait du bruit. C'est rien dehors en tout cas. Bon, allez. Oh, ah non. Quand faut y aller, faut y aller. Il est pas là? Euh... Il serait pas là quand même. Bah non, on peut pas aller. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Je suis pas encore allé voir ici.
Maybe I think I'm just tired.
Ah bah voilà, fallait que j'aille au labo.
I think there's. I must have been seeing things. Results. Well, then we can. From the results. We can now be sure that the carboxyhemoglobin concentration was fatal. The organ has a reddish pink tint, which results from the concentration of COHB and general congestion of the organ. Other than that, I can cross this off my list now. We will look at the lungs more carefully. From the outside, just like the heart, it is congested, and the color indicates poisoning. Thermal damage is visible here and there. Enough of the external exam. It's time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs. I need to check for any obstruction, burns, or clots. Jesus. All right. You can see changes in the lung parenchyma caused by burns and smoke inhalation. Nothing new here. So let's complete the notes. And let's check the trachea.
Ouais.
The color is the same as the rest of the organs. Significant congestion.
Je vois quelque chose dedans.
Let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, the final cut.
Mais à chaque fois quand on fait ça, j'ai trop envie genre de prendre une cuillère et d'enlever ce qu'il y a dedans.
There are visible
Mais genre pas
burns.
bizarrement, hein.
What
Mais
catches
voilà.
the eye the most is the amount of soot. Looks like our subject was in the thick of the fire.
Ah
Let's
bah.
deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. I considered the direct cause of death to be severe carbon monoxide poisoning, leading to extreme hypoxia of the body. The extreme burns in the deceased's body and respiratory tract indicate that he must have been surrounded by fire. During the examination, no other factors were found that could have contributed to the victim's death. Environmental data does not indicate any third-party involvement.
Donc c'est un accident.
Just need to add my John Hancock and sew up the body. I'll close the body, trying not to damage what's left of the skin. As for stitching, well, it varies. It can be that so for this job, a thicker needle and heavy-duty thread.
Ah. Une aiguille. Ah mais c'est quand même ça.
Well, everything's holding together. Keeping it together is invaluable in this line of work. Well, after storing the body, there's nothing left for me to do. Thank you for your attention. All the best, and good night. Ugh, my God. What an exhausting day. I need to get these gloves off and call a taxi. I swear I'm about to pass out from exhaustion.
Ah, depuis le bureau. Bah du coup, il a même pas lu la lettre en plus.
You're in sample. Oh no. Okay. This is it.
Oh, mais non, on va pas faire ça quand même. Je dois faire un test urinaire, sérieux. Ouais, c'est bien, ne me montre pas les détails.
I'm dehydrated. I should drink more water.
Hop, tiens.
As expected. Sleeping like a log. I'm jealous.
Eh ben, il dort les yeux ouverts. Oh! Eh ben,
What's going on here?
j'allais dire ça va, c'était pas si creepy aujourd'hui, bah... En vrai, c'est pas des screamers, donc ça va, parce que c'est vraiment ça qui me fait peur, c'est les jumpscares. Mais bon, c'est pas très normal non plus, quoi.
Hurricane Taxi, we will take you wherever the wind takes you.
Hello.
Uh.
I would like to order a taxi to 574 Presley Street.
Okay, hun. All of our drivers are busy at the moment. Best I can do is within the next hour.
An hour? Oh no. Alright. Let it be.
Can I take your name?
Jack Hanman.
Okay, thank you. Do you have our loyalty card?
Oh.
Would you like to set one up? For regular customers, we have discounts and extra...
Would that make the taxi get here faster?
Well...
I thought so. Thank you. Goodbye. This is already giving me a headache.
On va go attendre une heure, hein.
Jesus, what now? Yes, how can I help you?
Jack... Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh my God! What was that? What the fuck? This was some kind of mistake. An hour here. I need a drink. Oh, strong. Everything's spinning.
Oh, c'est de nouveau un rêve. Stop. J'ose pas m'approcher. Oh, purée. Stop. Ah. Help me. Oh. D'accord. Ouais, en fait, c'est vraiment les ambiances qui mettent mal à l'aise, mais au final, il n'y a pas grand-chose qui se passe concrètement de flippant. Mais franchement, moi, ça me suffit pour avoir les chocottes, hein, donc bon. Enfin bref, voilà la fin de ce chapitre 4. C'était vachement cool la pompe à sang. J'ai beaucoup aimé faire ça. Et de devoir retrouver le cadavre aussi, c'était assez fun. Enfin bref. On se retrouvera pour le chapitre 5. J'ai trop hâte. Allez, gros bisous.